Alright, think that means we're live. Hey friends, Fui here once again. Welcome to a special episode of Octopath Traveler. We'll call it episode 20.5 for sake of naming. This is going to be something a little different. I've been sick for pretty much the entire week with a sore throat. Not 100% yet, mind you. But I'm going to give it a go today and see how we feel. And I thought, as a way to kind of ease our way back in, may touch on few things here regarding grinding. So grinding in games is always one of those controversial topics, like providing it's not required by the game, should you do it, shouldn't you do it? And my thought is, well, if I can, why not? Obviously there's a lot of fun to be involved in challenging yourself, but at the same time, like we saw in the first boss battle of chapter 2, just beating on an opponent for 25 minutes isn't necessarily much fun. So I like having characters a little bit stronger in games, and I actually got, of course, the other party members that need to be grinded up too. So I'm going to do a little bit of grinding on these guys as well, just to get them exactly where I want them to be. So I figured I'd spend an episode and kind of just take you around my thought processes of, what grinding should be, where we should grind, and, just do a very bit of a light leveling up as we play today. I don't necessarily expect to do it all, but we'll just kind of see what we're doing. And I figured why not do it as a stream, so if there ends up being people that stop in the chat, then they'll pop up on the right side of the screen. We'll have a conversation. If not, I'll just put it on YouTube as a nice little kind of midway episode. So, with all that said, let's take a look at some of the enemies around West Goldshore Coast, which is where we left off before. Now, this isn't necessarily where I'm going to be grinding, but I'm going to kind of take a look and remind myself what enemies are weak to here. Because, as you might remember last time, we got a really good weapon called the Wizard's Rod, which, ignoring the poison target, gives 300 elemental attack. And also we got that really nice elemental augmenter, which gave 100 attack. So, Cyrus is kind of godlike right now. And by kinda, I mean he is very much overwhelmingly powerful. We're looking for enemies that we can potentially just one-shot in 1 or 2 turns.
I'll do my best.
Now, in terms of enemies here, these guys are weak to fire or wind. I don't necessarily expect that they're going to go down easily, but obviously, as you can see, we can take a hit or two. So damage isn't a big deal. What I'm going to do is I'm going to see if they can die to 1 hit. I should say 1 round. The answer is yes. Good. So this could be a good grinding area. If I can wipe everybody out in 1 shot, then that's great. Now, experience-wise, we did get hit, but we still got about 128 experience. More importantly, we got 652 gold. Now, a couple things to think of here as I quick go back into town because I realize Cyrus is no SP. Go figure. We're looking at 2 things. Experience, actually no, 3 things, pardon me. Experience, money, and efficiency in terms of kills. And the nice 4th one is how quickly it will take to recover. And the cost of doing so is, relatively important too, but maybe not quite as much. So, as we can see, Inn is literally 5 steps away from being a town, so this is actually a pretty good spot to do some leveling. We got, we'll say, just for the sake of average, if we get 2 enemies to fight, 3 enemies to fight, maybe 600 per fight, not counting if we get a 1 shot without getting hit. So that's pretty good. Obviously Cyrus is going to be our main source of damage, so if we can get the turn with him and 1 shot everything, great. That just means that we're going to be able to... Now, these guys may not die right away. They're also weak to wind. I don't think we're going to be able to 1 shot these guys, so... Good job, teamwork.
Well then.
We're going to see how we do with just making this into a 2-turn fight. But I just got a feeling that this isn't going to be a great grind area because this fight just can't be killed. I am going to donate to Cyrus.
For you.
I'm going to try, because I think I did get Trade Tempest level 3. I actually did 1-shot them. Okay, so this could still work. Again, that wasn't much money though. So I didn't get a lot of experience or money there, so is this a good spot to grind? That's hard to say. I'm actually kind of curious what is over here. Ignoring the guy because I don't want to talk to anyone important at this point in time. Just kind of go somewhere. Nope, it doesn't. Does this lead to like a dungeon?
I'll make this quick.
Okay, another fight. These guys will go down in a easy heap. And he gets to go first, so that should be the end, hopefully. Okay. So 2 out of 3 fights already are pretty good to fight against. Untouched bonus is always nice. Be a level up. But that's not bad, and I could always stay right next to town and just kind of grind. West Grand Porco seems a little bit too overambitious, I think. I think I could probably win a fight if I got a good combination off, but the question of why kind of dominates the conversation there. Why would you want to try? Why would you spend 3 times as much, 4 times as much time as compared to fighting an enemy where you can one-shot them? I'm just gonna do this. That's not good. I'm pretty sure this is not gonna kill, but I'm gonna try it. Okay. Nothing died.
I'll do my best.
Yeah, whatever. See if I can finish him off with a little support. Okay, so still a 1-turn kill. That's not terrible. But that's not going to be a lot of experience, probably. Actually decent. The turtles on their own are pretty garbage, though. So we now know. Let's do a few more fights here as long as we're already high on stats. But we know this area is good in terms of at least 2 fights out of 4. The inn location's really good. We can one-shot 2 of the fights pretty easily. 3 of the fights relatively easily, and 1 it'll take it the right combination to one-shot. So this is one of the good fights, though. Beautiful. Don't even have to play games, just instant death. Now, I actually wonder if it might be better to try just fireballing the... because it's 2 hits. Maybe if you just fireball the turtle, it would be better in terms of kills. Because we saw that one, the crab died instantly with the fireball, but didn't with just the 1 hit of the super effective. So that's another thing I have to consider is which ability is best. Obviously, one uses less mana than the other, which brings me on to my next point. Cyrus can recover mana. But is it worth taking an extra turn and letting all the enemies attack you all at the same, all back to back to back, just for the sake of recovering mana? No. I would say definitely not.
Let's do this.
In fact, I don't even care about that. Cyrus is going to kill him anyway. Again, Merchant, I could use Rest. And if I was going to a dungeon, that would be a great combination. Rest 1 turn, blow him up with a... as you're actually gaining MP back, but blow him all up next turn. But don't think it's necessary. I really don't think it's necessary here because, again, we're just trying to get through these fights as quick as possible. Obviously, the more kills we can get quick, the best. And so even though I do have him as a merchant, which is really good for him right now because then I can use that strategy in the next dungeon we go through, probably won't be making use of that strategy here. We're going to be doing 22 damage or 22 MP a pop, so 5 hits would be 110, which is about what he has as the max. 112, perfect. So we can guarantee 5 fights in a row before we have to go back, not counting quick recovery from leveling up. Not gonna pay attention when hitting, doesn't matter. Faster if I just skip through it. Easy button. But really, this isn't too bad of a grind area now that I realize I can kill the crab instantly too, like that. So the only question is the turtle fight, which is whatever. JP I don't really care about. It's going to accumulate during the playthrough. But it is something I'm working on. I got one more fight in me. Pretty sure. I get this fight right next to the town entrance, so it's easy to duck back in. I almost want to see the turtles just so I can try out the fireball strategy. But this works too. This is good.
I'll do my best.
Okay, yep. So that's one bad part about here is if they got a good shot off at Cyrus, that could screw my entire strategy. I have to keep that in my mind as well. But either way, successful in this instance. Good stuff.
Thus ends your lesson.
Alright. So that got a couple quick levels on everybody. At least one for Cyrus. I think one on everybody actually. Ooh, and get a little bit of money walking in and out. Speaking of money, so I like to work my way towards trying to get the that really good bow, because that will increase our efficiency as well. The bow, if you remember, was a forbidden bow, which increases the amount of enemies that, increases encounter rate. So effectively speeds up the grind process, even though it wouldn't be good for a dungeon. Let's try somewhere else. Let's see. Stone Guard. I was curious about Stone Guard because A, the level here requirement's higher, but also there's this one area there that we could walk behind that might end up making it faster to grind at if the enemies there give more experience and more money, and I can still one-shot. However, there's a significant chance that we may not be able to one-shot them, so we're just going to, was it to the right or to the up? I forget. I think it was right because, actually I think it might have been up or right. Also head all the way to the right and we'll see. I know there's multiple ways up the top of town, so we'll test it. Nope, it was up. Up and to the right. Oh, we'll zoom up here. A bad thing here is that there's not really a inn anywhere nearby, so it'll take a significantly longer time to get there. Enemies here are 26, so that's cool. Again, I'm not going to grab anything. I don't care about grabbing items at this point, even though normally I'd be completely focused on that, because I don't want to miss anything on our actual playthrough. I just want to focus on showing off the grind. And pretty soon I'm going to be changing out Therian and probably Ophelia out for in the back members.
Here I come.
Now, weak to light. That's interesting.
My turn now.
We know it's weak to fire. We know it's weak to fire in the back, so we're going to try Firestorm. And they don't die if they hit the wrong one, so that's not good. This is probably not a good place for us to grind at him.
For you.
Not that this is necessarily going to be a common fight, but ooh, that would have been dangerous.
Out of my way.
The problem is that they're going to be able to...
Now.
That's cute.
For you.
Yeah. But we'll be okay in terms of damage, I think. You can lower defense. That would have been bad. But that's right, Cyrus can't be silenced because I put that on him. Ah! So how about Blizzard? This guy is a tank, holy crap. Try that.
Well then.
Actually, you know what? I don't need to burn that.
Let your wounds be healed.
We'll just do that quick. Ow. Lightning bolt? Okay, we found his weakness, that's good. Can't do anything. I don't know why. Oh, I hit the backs, that's why.
I'll do my best.
So thief skill. We're going to share SP. Here, Cyrus, have fun.
Do our best.
This should kill.
You should have studied hard.
Now, how much are we getting from there? We got a significant lot more money and experience. We actually got over double the experience and a lot of money. Not quite 2 times. But think about how long this fight took. It took us probably 2 minutes, give or take. So, nope, this one's out. I'm actually going to go back to Stone Guard and go try the front part. just see how the fights in the front are. Just going to quick rinse and repeat the strategy for the other areas. Danger level 17, I can almost guarantee, never mind, that's not going to be worth it. Level 17 is just, that's too low. Because over here was 23 or so, I think. So, let's see. In terms of areas, let's try Saints Bridge. Why not? Remember the monsters there weren't too tough to fight. Now, in location, is it going to be near the front of town? No. Is it reasonably close? Yeah, reasonably close. This could be decent if the enemies... Danger level 20 is kind of but we'll try it just for sake of argument. Mainly being that Gold Tour was actually the right choice right off the bat, even though the turtle fight was still abysmal in terms of both money and experience. But let's do a fight or two here. While we're just doing a quick fight, so let's go over kind of... I already talked about why I'm grinding, but my goals here. Oh, so these guys are not weak to anything. Okay, I guess I'll go ice, because why not? I'll give him a quick boost just to kill the fight quick. Unparalleled. Good stuff.
Not bad. A passing.
Yeah, no. If the XP is only 88, and that's... Yep, that's not it. That ain't it, fam. Okay. We're going to quick check over here. Now, there's a couple spots we could check. Let's try the back end where the mansion path is. Actually, you know what? Let's check the front first, and then I'll go heal at the end just to recover my SP quick. Not going to be the most... Oh, that's 17. Never mind. Never mind. Whew. That was dumb. Just thinking if there's anywhere that might make more sense to grind at that we've already encountered, but I don't... I mean, we'll check the other Chapter 2 talents and see, but a lot of the areas... Wait, am I supposed to go up here, or is I supposed to go left? No, we're supposed to go up. Right. Let me go across like that. Nope, never mind. We were supposed to stay in the bottom area. Oopsies! Still losing a little bit of experience with this, but I want to kind of, see what the best option is and then go from there. Now, problem is if I go down here, ends over there, so that's good. Going over here isn't too terribly long, but still 17. You know what? This is a waste. There's only 17. We're not going to bother here, so let's zoom up to... Victor's Hollow could be a good area. It seems decent. I couldn't go left out of the woods. I remember they had the blockage there. So let's go 21. This is perfect. Let's see what the enemies are like here. It could be a good area to fight them around in too if the enemies are strong. In terms of experience and money, but not too strong in terms of killing. Remember, I was able to make my way through here without too much hassle, so we'll see.
Open for business.
Of course, they're fire. Yeah, whatever, I don't care. And everything's silencing. Yes, I see the damage. I am aware of that she is in death. They're dead. What are we looking at for experience and money?
You should have studied harder.
I'll try doing another fight just to see, because fights obviously can change significantly. Like the turtles we saw was a lot different than the other fights with like the birds and the crab or the 3 pirates. Well, we'll see. If I'm trying to prioritize one thing in particular, this is going to be a good fight. I haven't fought this guy before.
My turn.
Oh. I have a feeling this isn't going to kill. You know what? I'll try lightning. Did not kill. Confirmed.
I'll not be defeated.
But... Cherry attack. Okay, so that wasn't too bad. That's relative, but I couldn't kill it with an off-element attack. So I think that one... I'm going to do one more fight just to burn a little bit more of his SP, and then I think we'll call it here, because I don't think this is a good area. I think Gold Shore is still looking to be the best. We'll check the other ones, but this is going to be a good fight in terms of quick kill flow. Supposedly.
Let's do this.
Boink. Okay, and they all die right now. We'll do lightning, because why not? Oh! We're taking care of that thought. Oh, that gets rid of them.
You got more than you bargained for.
Now, that was a good equivalent level or fight in terms of money and experience, but again, the issue being that was a lot more effort than it needed to be. And if I can't one-shot things off element, then it's kind of pointless. So Gold Shore still holding up as number one. In location isn't too bad. Expensive, but whatever. Right now, actually, the most important thing to me is getting money, if I had to say, though, because I want to get the bow. That one sword I thought looked pretty good if memory serves. And there may be something else, because I actually remember we never checked Victor's Hollow or Still Snow or Noble's Court for the items that they held within, like from the people. We're not doing that today. We're going to do that at the beginning of next chapter. So I'm going to want to have a good 60-70k sitting in the bank just to make sure. I got a feeling Still Snow is going to be pretty weak in terms of monsters, but let's take a quick look. Just see. 20. It's worth checking. Also, one thing before I forget. So there's a couple of things. Flame Bearer, of course, is that. Huntress. Well, some of these were... Caverns were pretty decent, too. Now the problem is with some of those caverns, though, is yes, it'd be a good grind area potentially for experience, depending. But how long would it take to get back to a town? So that would mean you'd have to either spend a lot more time, maintaining your MP, or you'd have to buy potions, or you'd have to be, you'd have to deal with it some way, shape, or form. I'm gonna take a wild guess and say fire. As I figured, the bear did not die. It did not die. Is it close? Yes. Decent. Decent, actually. We'll do another fight. Still not sold on that area, but that was a decent encounter. Got more experience than I did money in terms of the ratio to Gold Shore, but it was solid. I'm still thinking Gold Shore might be best, but let's see one or two more. Oh, okay. He's back again. Weak to wind. That's unfortunate.
My turn now.
Oh, they'll finish that off. Wow, there's a lot of silencing enemies all of a sudden. I'll do lightning blast.
You should have studied harder.
Experience. So, yeah, about the same as before. Not bad. I'm just going to teleport to the next town after this next fight, probably. Hey, look. Item. Not grabbing it, but item. Actually, what is this? That seems like it's not going to be worth the time and versus effort. This is literally the exact same fight.
Out of my way.
My turn now. My turn now.
Again, wouldn't kill the bear unless I did a donate. So that's unfortunate.
Over here.
But they all die now.
Thus ends your lesson.
Cyrus is actually going to gain a level pretty quickly. He might be okay if we don't go into town to heal. So what I'm going to do then is I'm going to teleport over to Noble Court. And we'll take a look at Noble Court and then see. Don't remember the enemies being all that threatening here. Probably not going to be a lot of money to ratio. You know what? Yeah, no. Okay. Got a lot of money there though. Ooh, but the flats are bad. Anything particularly noticeable? Or yeah, we're at the way too long range. That's way too long. Okay. Then I'm not going to worry about that. I'm just going to go back to Gold Shore. Funny how we got the right one first, but so be it. So I'm going to go through and actually, you know what? How are they doing? They're all 25, 26. I want everybody at 25 ideally. So you know what? I am going to burn a little bit of money. Screw it. Probably the absolute way Cyrus is going to level up soon. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the pub and swap out Ophelia and Therion for... That's not the pub. That is the pub. For a couple more party members. And what I'm going to do is, I'm going to be smart this time. You don't need that. For that. Cool. So who are we going to pop in? I see Hannah sitting there excited, so sure. We'll give you that. Alphin, because I don't care. A silver hairpiece and elemental light armor. You had a... Oh, just had gear. And an elemental light armor. And just like that, you know what? Safety first, always save. Yeah, I'll do that for save point. So, all that said, that took us, oh, probably about 12 to 13 minutes of investigation, so a little bit of a time loss in that regard. But now we know what's best. Gold Shore was indeed the right choice. Level 23, and yet we're still one-shotting things. It's hard to argue. I'm not going to care a whit about what they're doing on their side, as long as they don't die. But hopefully we'll be okay in that regard. Cyrus is strong enough, he should be able to one-shot most things at this particular point in time. Except for maybe Mr. Turtle. But Mr. Turtle can die. I'll do a donate just to be safe. Probably can one-shot him with the thing, but anyway, we'll see. Fire.
You should have studied harder.
Now, the kill there, that wasn't a very good experience. But, for very good money. The experience was equivalent, money was a little bit down. So, we'll have to keep that in mind. It is possible still, so it might actually be the best one. I'm going to kind of keep an eye on it and then we'll see. But I know that all the other fights besides the turtle are all really pretty easy. So. Case in point. And the best result, everything dies. Next fight.
Thus ends your lesson.
Look at that. 3 levels already onto the others, as we're hoping. So, all in all, I'd say this is probably a pretty good strategy. Now, thoughts as to why I'm grinding now rather than maybe waiting for later on, because what we could do, I'm not doing this for a couple of reasons, but what we could do... Alright, and we're back. Thank you for crashing game, or not game, but OBS, I appreciate it as always. What was I saying? Right, so I was talking about why I was choosing to grind now rather than later, right. As Cyrus' MP gets fully refilled, so now we're able to keep going on without trouble. But, why am I grinding now? So, my thought is, Chapter 2 seems like it was a pretty big jump up in terms of levels from Chapter 1. You know, at least 10 to 12 or so on average. So, again, average being the key point. You know what? I don't even care. Everything dies one shot. Get your free shots off as you want. I think I'm just doing attack because it's the first option. Horus defense would be the better choice for that reason. I don't want people dying. So everything was a pretty big jump up from Chapter 1 to Chapter 2. And my thought is, okay, a lot of my characters, because I'm not splitting up my party, I'm doing all the same ones. A lot of them are all level 8, as you've seen, on average, which isn't a big deal, but once it comes time for their chapter, it's not going to fly, Skippy. They're going to be way too weak. And even if I have 3 out of 4 with my main 3, you know, Tressa, Cyrus, Ophelia, and then number X, whatever their chapter is, that's probably not the wisest thing. You never know when they're going to be like, well, we actually need you to have 2 characters for this area, or we need you to have a combat before you get a chance to raise them up. Also, would you stop killing Alvin? I mean, I guess they did listen to me, so thank you. As you can see, they need to be raised up to get some health. There we go, I don't need to heal them. They both leveled up. Almost like I planned it. But, no, so everyone else being at level 8 or whatnot is not going to be a good thing. So I figured this is the time to kind of work at leveling up to a reasonable level. Because it seems like between level 21 to 27 or so is kind of the range for Chapter 2. So at least 25 gets them out in a good spot. I should have did the other. That was dumb.
Here we go.
Well, we'll see what happens. I actually haven't tested if it's a single one's going to kill the rock tortoise. But my guess is no. I'm happy to be proven wrong. This makes this even better grinding spot because everything really dies in one turn no matter what. Even the turtles. So that's good. Unless that little bit of chip damage ended up doing the difference, in which case, darn, one hit, whatever. But getting everybody up to 25 seems like a good idea. Now, eventually I'm going to have to do more grinding, but I don't want to wait till Chapter 3 because I need to get everybody so that they're not going to have trouble surviving against the boss.
Open for business.
This is a bad fight.
My turn now.
Cool. They're not worth my time. You get like 200 and like a 80 experience or something. The only bad fight to get in the rest, or in the solar area, really. So, still might have been a decent idea to kill them because now we're running around again. But this is the perfect
You
fight.
won't feel a thing.
Here I come.
My bad thing about this is Cyrus is naturally slow, so it'll take him a little bit of time to move most fights. Okay, so I can do one more round after this. So I should probably make my way towards the beginning of the map near the entrance to town. Alright, they're up to 14. So like I said, having everyone so that their stats are actually reasonably high enough to be able to tank a boss hit at least, even if they're going to be almost useless to the fight, except for maybe triggering the weakness hits, is going to be very important. So 25 should be able to tank those hits. At least one from the boss, I'm hoping. With equivalent armor, etc.
Time to teach you a lesson.
And then, obviously, we'll see where we're at from there. Doink. Doink.
Now,
And now we go back into town. So we're probably going to repeat this a little bit in Chapter 3 and Chapter 4, I'm guessing. I'm guessing 30s and 40s for the other 2 chapters, and I don't know if 50's the max or if 99's the max, but either way, those are my kind of general guesses. Probably mid-30s, mid-40s, or upper 40s even. Oh god. Fail for another day. That's the bad part about going into town with him. Man, this place is really good for its in cost. Fantastic. Now, this slows down the grind a little bit, but I am willing to take a small time loss for sake of not losing 8 minutes of grinding. Because, you know, that's how I roll. If it was just a 1 round, I probably would, but that was 9 fights or so. So, very much a wise idea. In terms of triggering the fights, note that I'm just kind of running around so I'm not bonking on anything and, you know, like that. The longer the back and forth, the better. This is probably the wisest thing to do, but, you know, however you want to run around. It doesn't impact the speed.
You won't feel a thing.
So.
What next?
There's that.
Here
Wait, what am I doing? I don't know why I thought that was Cyrus. That's nothing like Cyrus. It looks nothing like the man himself. This, however, goodbye. Oh, note that this is going to be super boosting Tressa and Cyrus as well, which is nice. I like having Cyrus stronger, and Tressa being the main tank, the main support, backup healer. You know, just never a bad thing to have her stronger, you know? So, having these two as the main in my party. Ophelia being a number 3, but as much as I'd love to raise her as the number 3 and just do these one at a time, that would be overkill. That would be very, very much overkill, because
My turn now.
then I would have to work on each of these individually. That would be doubling the amount of time we're spending grinding, which is going to be at least a half hour to 40 minutes per character anyways, looks like. So I prefer not to waste that sort of time, because that's another hour and a half, 2 hours minimum, and nothing.
Not bad. A passing.
Now we're up to 15 though, which is good. But, so Ophelia is going to be kind of a 2.5 member of the party. I think she'll still be the main when I'm in the actual chapters, but we'll see.
I've done my research on
I don't plan to make Tressa the main healer though, so I would need to supplement her with someone else if that came to pass. Okay, so Elvin's getting a little too close to death in my opinion, and it's been a little bit too close to death, so unless I get a good level up here, I don't think so, but maybe. Oops. Alright, I'll burn a little bit of time to hop in. Again, not a big amount of time, 5 seconds, but that does add up. The less healing you have to do outside of battle, or in battle even, better, but always safety first and that sort of thing, so. Odds are good they would have survived until this next fight, then they would have leveled up, but I don't want to start splitting up levels and then I want them all 25 around the same point.
teach you a
Don't
lesson.
want to risk it. Again, money is one of the big reasons, but again, I'm also looking for everyone leveling up, because that's the whole point we're doing this.
Not bad. A passing.
And everyone levels up, perfect. So now Cyrus is also, my curiosity quick, 25k. I think it was like, wasn't it 65k or 70k I think for the bow? Once we're around there, where was the bow? Wasn't it in Stone Guard, I think? I think it was Stone Guard.
Let us begin.
The little, whatever that place is called.
What to do?
I think we'll try there for, ow.
What next?
Apparently what next is you getting the crap beat out of you.
Great inferno.
Dead then? Good.
Thus ends your lesson.
Good stuff. Obviously, as soon as I can get the bow, I'm going to, because that had the unfortunate curse. Oh my goodness, what a terrible curse of increasing your encounter rate. Which generally isn't good. Also, dumb thought. I'm going to kick myself. Not you. Oh no, okay. Alright, we're good. I wasn't sure if one of the abilities was lower my encounter rate. I didn't think there was, but I was going to kick myself if so.
What to do?
But yeah, definitely don't want to. Actually, you know what? After this fight,
What next?
no, not this fight. Next time I have to heal, I'm going to go in there and just throw a whole bunch of abilities on them just for the sake of seeing if they unlock anything that'll speed this up. There may be, like the Beastmaster class, some sort of support that gives increased encounter rate, which would be fantastic for at least as long as they're in the party. Not that I'm expecting it to, but wouldn't be bad to have that in my back pocket, you know, just in case.
Step right up.
Oh, turtle. Now we can't have all the good fights. But at least we can kill it quick.
Great inferno to scorch the land.
Okay, good. So no chip damage necessary on the turtle. So this is really good, pretty
Passing.
very powerful area. Even though we're getting less money on that fight, we're still getting fairly equivalent experience, so. Again, I'm not planning to do a stream for everybody. I'm just planning to show y'all how I'm handling things, and then, you know, kind of just jabbering on about my thoughts. This is just a fun little time here.
Standest thou against me? Then be hunted.
Oh, I was like, why is there lag? So why is there freaking turtle again? Go away, turtle.
The land.
You give me less money. I don't like that.
Should have studied harder.
And the nice thing is about getting the JP on Tressa and Cyrus is they're going to be able to get effectively whatever they want for their abilities. So if there's something that's going to help out the party with one of those, then I can get them. Or, you know, the capstones, which may or may not be super useful.
Here I come!
Alright, I think we have to bite the bullet and go back into town after this.
What next?
You should have studied harder.
Okay, let's quick duck back into town. Should have been near the entrance if I was being super efficient, but alas, chatting while gaming Luigi means less efficiency. $29K, so yeah, we're getting a decent chunk of money. By the time we get done with Hanet and Alphen, we'll probably be closer to 60... Yeah. 50K. It might take a couple characters to get us up to that high rank. You know, I guess as long as I'm jumping into things, let me quick dump a few points and see if I get anything useful. Probably worthless. Anything good? What about that? Arrow Storm, fantastic, absolutely. Yep. Sure. Sport skills. No, it's actually worse. I'm not gonna bother with them HP. I'll deal with those later, but okay, so I guess that's whatever. That was a gamble that did not pay off. Indeed, having Hannah attack first in battle sounds like a great thing until you realize that you want Cyrus to attack first in battle on pretty much, at this point, all fights. At least until we can one-shot things again, and then we'll want him to be back up after Tressa.
Here we go.
Unfortunately,
Let enough.
good fight, bad turn order, but still better than if they were attacking me too, so no complaints.
You should have studied harder.
Looking at Cyrus's leveling up, we're not going to be near that breakpoint anytime soon, but 132 would be our next target because our 22 plus 110 is 132, so if he gets there, great. If not, fine. I know I can put accessories on to boost his MP. I'm still not positive that things here can't silence like everywhere else, so
Standest thou against me?
in case RNG is not in our favor, it would be
My turn to go!
mildly frustrating if he got... Alright, so I'll just leave it like this right now.
Thus ends your lesson.
A good fight for money. Such a good money fight. It's nice. Now, not sure. I'm looking like we're not going to make the level up for Cyrus before we hit our 5 fights here. I'll have to see where we're at with that.
Can't we settle this like gentlemen?
What's it
But it is what it is. I ain't super focused on maximizing my level up gains.
All right.
Well then, let me take a drink time first.
Thus ends your lesson.
Bunch much better. And again, seems like the runny nose has gone away mostly. A little bit of congestion up there. Sore throat, mostly gone. Still a little bit of soreness, but I'm able to talk, so good. Feeling a lot better than I did, which is good. And then I didn't mention it, but my gosh, we had this big ice storm that happened Wednesday, and so for a couple of days now I was without internet. So even if I wanted to stream, which I really wasn't in shape to, I wouldn't be able to until now. So just absolutely fantastic all around.
Not bad. A passing.
But, yeah, he's gonna be short. Oh well. But it was one of those where it's like, I can't win even for losing. But came back on this morning, so I figured even if I'm not feeling 100%, still feeling well enough to do a stream. I didn't want to do anything super serious though, because, well, I'm still not feeling great, but they're gonna abuse Elf in that thing. They are. Look at that. Get Elfin. Get Elfin. Yeah. Beat him up. But too late. You should have did that when he was level 8, not level 18. Or 19, whatever he is.
Not bad. A passing.
Actually, no. See, we're going to be... We might actually be 2 fights short with Cyrus. Depends if we get hit in the next fight. Kind of averaging on 118 or so, so that would put us just short of it. So, if we don't get hit, then might be okay. Also, I like getting that extra 1k walking into town. That's nice. Now, tomorrow I'm hoping I'll be back to normal streaming wise. We'll probably do our usual weekend adventure on Fire Emblem Warriors while we're still chugging through the Golden Wildfire route, and then hopefully Monday be able to get some more stuff going, and we'll just kind of see where things are at. So keep chipping away here by there.
Can't we settle this like gentlemen?
What's it?
Now,
Good stuff. Everything dies.
thus ends your lesson.
Ah, I actually miscounted by a fair bit. Oops. Oh, there you go. My head's not in it. There's my excuse. Either way, that got us a level up, so Cyrus is even more powerful. I'm not sure how much elemental attack goes up per level up. Probably not a ton, so
Can't we settle this like gentlemen?
I'm assuming each character still has like a general growth where they get stats based on their base class.
What's it?
Presuming. Heck if I know. Well, that seems actually gone up a little bit.
You should have studied.
Or RNG is on my favorite, that one. As you can see, this is kind of just the sort of thing where grinding would help with, but we're going to be stuck here for a while. I'm still going to go probably till the end of getting them 25, unless it seems this is going to take longer than I expect, but we're making pretty good progress here, so let's keep chipping away.
I've done my research on you.
Here we go.
This is unfortunate. But at least they're nice enough not to attack all the same person, so I don't have to worry about healing them after the fight. This is good.
You should have studied harder.
Yep. Level 20 after this, and 5 more levels to go. I'm guessing somewhere around 6 or 7 more trips of this is where we're going to be sitting at. Can't guarantee that, of course, but feels like that's going to be maybe just under a level up
Open for business.
trip. Up to 25.
What is the great
2 more fights after this one.
Thus ends your lesson.
There's a level up there. I wasn't paying attention to the max. I'm presuming something like 800 to 900 right now. Especially might, if that was the case, actually, no, that would put more towards like 10 trips, because that would be, yeah, we'll see.
Now, let us hunt him.
Now,
Perfect start, the perfect end, good game.
thus ends your lesson.
Oh no, still in the 500. So yeah, we're probably looking at about 7 trips. They'll probably go up to almost 600, then 650, then 700, 750. So yeah, 7 trips. I should probably go over here because this is my last burst of mana. I don't know if you can get a fight with it. Oh, you can. Okay.
Standest thou against me? Then be hunted.
Sure, Hannah. You brag about what you're doing. I believe in you. Okay, elemental attack must have gone up because that's
Not bad.
still averaging more damage. So hey, leveling up on Cyrus is never a bad thing too. Basically, this is the game. This is the type of game where you're gonna miss out on a fight by being stronger, or by a boss fight, I should say, by being stronger than what they're hoping for you to be. This is gonna cut down the time of fighting the boss, which again, bosses are bosses, and they should ideally feel like bosses. But I also don't want a boss fight to be a 20-25 minute slog of me repeating the same action 20-25 times or whatever, because you already know what the plan is going to be currently. Cyrus gets powerful, or no, Cyrus, if we can, we buff Cyrus up or debuff the enemy. We time it so that we break the enemy. Cyrus does a big burst. Resta, hopefully, if she has the turn order right, refills the burst. He does it again, and then we rinse and repeat while the boss gets 8 or 9 weakness points back up, and then does an occasional super attack or yada yada. Feels like that's kind of like the general way this game is kind of leaning. Oh, good. I'm okay with these sorts of surprises. So, oh no, it feels pretty good in there. And the only bad thing is if we come across a boss where Cyrus can't hit its weakness no matter what he does. That would be unideal. Now, do I think that's going to happen? Probably not. I think they lose your average at least a couple elementals, and he has access to 4 out of 5? With Shadow, Dark. He doesn't have Dark. Actually, no. It would be 6, you know, because Light and Shadow he doesn't have access to currently. And then Wind, and then the other Trinity. And he has Fire, Blizzard, Light. Yeah, I guess that would be a possibility, but if it is, we'll just brute force it. Or if I really feel inspired, I wouldn't count on it, but if we feel inspired, we can always put Cyrus as a class that can take use of that advantage and then go in and kick the bosses, but maybe I should be faster that way, even with the cutscene, but we'll see. I usually like to not try and know an enemy's weakness before the fight and then have to do it all, because it's a little cheap.
What's it do?
Doink. Doink. I will point out, we do have Analyze, so I can analyze a boss now on the first turn, and then kind of laugh. Okay, so a few more fights, and then we'll go back to town again. This is an interesting game. The weakness system is cool, but at times it's like makes it almost too methodical. But I guess you could argue that you know, a lot of RPGs can be very methodical. Like if you just choose your highest damage ability and go at it, so it gives a little bit of a variation. But in some ways, I still prefer like a Final Fantasy or Final Fantasy 6. You know, just in my personal opinion. But I'm enjoying the game a lot, though. It's fun. The stories are sometimes okay, sometimes they're not engaging, but they're always something. Feels like it needs a stronger central narrative to the game. Like, again, comparison to Final Fantasy 6, because I'm pretty sure the game was meant in homage to Final Fantasy 6, so it's going to be compared to it naturally. Also, I should have been near a town, I wasn't paying attention. But you know, Final Fantasy VI, the cool part about that is it had the central narrative, the really strong story, and then as you went through, you know, you had the side missions that were sometimes optional, sometimes not, but it was all like, you know, you got those good characterization moments from there. This kind of skews it more towards those, actually entirely towards those, instead of having a central narrative, so hopefully that's something eventually they will. I know Octopath Traveler 2 is coming out soon, so hopefully that's something they kind of thought in there where it's less, you just got your chapters and everybody doesn't have anything to do with each other in the chapter, and then it's more like, oh, well, let's throw in or mixing, or you have to have these two characters for this chapter, or these three, or even this party exactly for this chapter, and you better be ready, because otherwise you're going to be screwed, type thing. I don't know, it's one of those things. I think that would be a pretty cool idea where they could have play around with that a little more. But for now,
Not bad.
I'm happy with my party setup. Now, let's see. We rambled on for a while about other unrelated stuff, but back on the subject of grinding, was there anything else you could probably touch on? Touched on why I'm grinding, and why I didn't wait till chapter 3. And again, we'll still do more chapter, but I'll probably be doing a little more grinding for everybody not named Cyrus and Tressa once we get that high. But you know, one of those where we'll see where we're at. Yeah, what's up here health-wise? Because we'll have to see where chapter 3 puts us in terms of enemies, in terms of things we can one-shot. There's a nice level up. If I can't one-shot things with Cyrus, this could still end up being one of the better level up spots, depending. I mean, think about it. Some battles take like 15 seconds or so for me to kill, because Cyrus goes first. I one-shot them, I get, you know, 100 or 200, or 100 to 115 experience. And we go on to our next fight. If I have to fight things for 2 or 3 turns, all of a sudden, choosing all the actions, you know, planning things out, that's, you know, 4 or 5 times as long easily, so it'd have to be a significantly greater XP to money ratio to make that worth it. Now, I'm not saying that couldn't possibly happen, it very well could. There could be fights where it... Examine. Oh, okay. For a second I thought, I was like, oh, you can just, you know, choose this ability to summon the monsters instantly. I was going to kick myself. I was like, yes. But, no, I mean, it's one of those, we'll see. We'll see. I'll see what the leveling up and the grinding stuff is. It could be that, you know, the extra HP is the only thing that really makes leveling up worth it, but it could just be where the extra stats make a significant difference. So we'll play with that. I am noticing the extra damage from leveling up isn't insignificant. It's not high, but you know, 5-10 points of damage per hit, so that adds up. Especially since Cyrus is getting multiple level ups here, you know, that does add up. You know, all of a sudden we're at 25 extra damage a hit, and then eventually it'll be at maybe 50 damage a hit. And if we're dealing 800 base, you know, that's a significant boost. Especially when you have a ×4 on it, and it becomes 100, 150 or whatnot per hit extra. It'd be nice if you had better attack moves, but alas, we're kind of stuck with what we got. Makes me wonder if there's going to be future upgrades though. Like, obviously, Chapter 2 areas we're getting all the same classes as everybody else. It makes me wonder if there's going to be some sort of like, you know, extra classes that you can unlock or whatnot, or if it's just going to be these base 8. Hard to say, but it feels like Cyrus would benefit from having some sort of evolution, and I feel like there's probably, if you got 2 chapters after, yeah, I'm presuming there's 4 chapters. Maybe there's only 3, but I'm presuming 4. Especially for stuff like Primrose, where she's actually going to be hunting down, I'm presuming the 3 big bad guys that killed her family. So, I mean, I'm presuming there's 4 chapters overall, and then that's it, or there's some sort of central thing that brings you all together, but who knows? Could I have? Probably I should have. If I get a whole bunch of extra job points, probably might just hoard them anyway. I don't think you can use passives from other classes, I'm presuming, that you haven't, or you're not currently equipping. If you can, then that would be worth investing in some of the other ones, but the same token, I'm not entirely worried about it. We'll see. Slight difference in experience. Makes sense. Already up to 23 though on them, so not too much longer. Like I mentioned, we're chugging. $47. I swear it was in the 60s. But part of me wants to go check. I really shouldn't. XP loss. Where am I going? It was right here. Pretty sure it was somewhere here. I think it was like on the steps. It's been a week and a half, but oh, nice. Yeah, let's check everything here. Oh, you're alright. Push yourself. I swear it was here, though. I think it was here. I just don't remember where exactly. That was on the steps for some reason. This was it you? I think it might have been you, wasn't it? No, I'm very much wrong. Oh, I'll just check everybody and we'll see where we're at. That bow was not the bow I was looking for. Forbidden blade. Okay, so that actually gives me a good enough estimation. This is where the blade was. Maybe it wasn't a different city, because I think each city might have one of these forbidden weapon type things. That's 75k, so that is not worth it. I mean, increase the target's physical attack is the dangerous part of that. I actually wonder if it was in Gold Shore then, maybe, because it did have the... You know what? It might have been, because the weapon I bought was not Shadow. It was just a very nice weapon. And we'll check here. Why not? Ah, here it was. 71k. Okay. So I was a little off on my estimation, unfortunately, but... why not? Always good to break up the grind a little bit. That's the thing. You don't want to bring yourself out in a game by grinding too much, so it's not... You know, unless you're just going to be sitting there watching a video or something, which obviously if I'm doing a stream I'm not. Maybe when I'm doing the rest of this off camera I will, but one of those where grind a little bit, take a break, grind a little bit, take a break.
Want a tango, huh?
Come in.
Again, this is very repetitive. This is
What's the logical course of action?
literally just me going, die. And everything dies.
The land.
And then we run around until another thing comes and we repeat the process. Come to think of it, I wonder if I can unlock the ultimate for Cyrus yet. I can, wow. Well, if I learn a skill, so I'll do that. Oh no, it's 5,000, not 4,000. Okay. Dumb question, can I disable a skill? Does not appear. Darn. I was thinking if I didn't have to mouse through the menu every time to do that, that'd be nice. Why not try the settings? Try that. Don't have to go back to the same position, that would be nice. We'll see how good this setting is. If it starts screaming, yeah, I'll change it back.
Want a tango, huh?
Let's do this!
Now, what next?
What I want to do is just copy Firestorm. Oh crap. I wasn't paying attention. Oh, I'm a dumbass.
Usual's not the...
Oh, and then there's the kicker. That's fine. I deserve it.
Coming.
Oh, good. So it does. Okay. Experiment success. Booyah, an idiot. Also confirmed success.
You should have
Or just confirmed in general. Yep. Sheesh, what a goofball. Completely forget to boost it. The boost system is fun though. I like the boost system. It is a nice little extra mechanic to kind of tinker around with. And while oftentimes you're just going to go full power boost, it's fun to kind of play around with the how much do I need to kill an enemy? Is it worth building it up, or is it just one-shotting? Oh, so it actually doesn't hold it in terms of battle position? Oh, that's terrible. I was hoping it would carry over between battles, but if I have to just do it every battle, that's pointless then. Why would I bother? Yeah, I think I might just disable that setting. Because that in a boss fight, you're not going to do the same thing turn after turn, so it's not really gaining too much off of that. I mean, you might, but barely. More often than not, you won't.
Letting the
now.
Yeah, see, it's not carrying over between fights. Okay, I'll just disable the setting. Oops, a daisy. That's a shot. That was worth a shot. Now, note we're in the 700s, about where I expected to be. Remember, I said 700, 750 or something like that. So that's not too far off the mark. Very money. I wonder how often you have to, or how many fights you have to get in before that 1,000 kind of regenerates, because that's, you know, that's pretty decent money. I don't think it'd be worth the loading screen necessarily, but I'm getting 1,000 gold per entrance of town. That's a nice, sizable free chunk. Another good reason why I trust it, you should just always leave her in your party. Even if she was worthless in combat, getting 1,000 gold per town entrance, or area entrance, is pretty nice. No complaints there.
Open for business. Here
letting the
Okay, so this turn should, or this turn, this trip out should get him to 24 each, hopefully.
You should have studied harder.
Oh, not even hopefully, guaranteed. And then I wasn't paying attention to Cyrus's XP because I just wanted to mash through the menu, but that should get us up to 25 next time then, unless it jumps way higher than what I'm expecting. And also unless Cyrus levels up in the next fight or two, in which case then that could change things.
now letting us hunting.
what next?
Alright, I'm done.
Great inferno to scorch the land. You should have studied harder.
Oh, Cyrus will actually level up. Good. Also just had a realization that I might actually be able to go faster than what I've been going. But, whatever. I'll just keep doing Firestorm for everything. I could, on some fights, jump down to Lightning Storm, but some enemies are weak to fire, so they might actually give me the extra oomph to kill them.
Ready or not? Here I
Like
come.
these. But,
Let's do this.
Coming.
maybe I'll toss it like that. Actually, they're weak to lightning anyway, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, actually, a little bit faster minions. Can always improve any grind, usually.
Thus ends your lesson.
Alright, almost that level up for Cyrus, and then we'll be sitting pretty good. To begin with. These two at 20, that leaves us with, or these two at 25 soon, that'll put us Not quite fully halfway to our goal, but
Time to
close.
teach you
Actually,
a lesson.
4, 6. Actually, this will be halfway to our goal. Pardon me. I'm gonna have to double it because I have 2 others that need to be leveled up. Arion and Ophelia are 25 each, so we're already good in there. Yeah. Hooray for quick grinds. I wasn't paying attention. We are. Okay, yeah. We're good. Well. Oh no, not too bad of a grind, all things considered. You know, we're bringing them from 8 to 25. Now, I'm surprised I haven't gotten a single Kate yet. I've been grinding enough, I would have thought one would have shown up. And if I could get a Kate, then that would give me...
Can't we settle this
Oh, whatever.
My turn!
Maybe only some plates can get Kates and some can't.
Sorcery.
Ursula. And everyone levels up. Or Cyrus levels up at least.
You should have studied harder.
Ding. And by the time he gets done with his next 5 spells, I think we'll be at our target goal of 25.
Ready or not, here I
We're
come!
not quite at the point where you can go to 6, but I don't think we'll get there by the time we get everyone else at 25, so be it.
What is the look?
How did I do that? It was the other way.
In fun to support the land. Not bad. A passing grade.
Yep, I need to get to 800s. Whatever happens, I'm going to finish off his full mana bar regardless, because why not? So they're going to get a little bit over the target anyway. That's fine. A little bit of extra experience never hurt anybody.
Step right up!
It's interesting though that this actually isn't really over leveling them. This is just basically leveling them up to where we need them to be. Because again, most of the levels are actually 21 to 27 for these chapter 2 ones, and some are actually going to still be technically under leveled. So that's kind of fascinating to me that they're like, yeah, we expect you to grind, but then maybe they don't. Kind of hard to figure out. A lot of games have a strategy where like, okay, we're expecting them to do this to beat this or to beat the game, and obviously some games have a lot more freedom and variety in that. Huh.
Can't we settle this like gentlemen?
I mean, it does feel like we should be doing some sort of grinding. Even if I was changing people out every time, it would still be under-leveled under the 20s. Then I would be getting to that target if I did. I don't know. Things to consider. Either way, I suppose it's a moot point because we're going to get them out to 25 anyway, and then probably 30, 35 for next chapter 3, and then we'll see chapter 4.
Now, let us hunting.
Did I not just say I was expecting a Kate soon? Okay, hold on. We're
Letting my arrow fly and true.
yeah, that seems good.
A torrent of arrows.
You mean Kate? What run? No! I couldn't do anything more.
My turn now!
Oh.
Bring it on.
And now I lose experience because of the Kate randomly. Oh. That's just a kick in the tail.
Bad. A passing.
What more could I have done? I just took my balloon, put a nice little pin right into it. I was excited. Doing good, and hey, all of a sudden you get a Kate, and oh, hey, all of a sudden it runs away. Yeah. Oh well.
Now, letting us hunting.
That's an example why I don't think Kate hunting would be a very wise thing. Even if you could get them to appear more often, they run away so easily. It's just, I mean, they give a ton of experience, and I think money too.
A
But
passing.
I don't think there's an easy way to get them to come out. Maybe later on there will be, but who knows. I know the mobile game had the thing where you could fight one guaranteed 3 times a day, but here it does not. Okay, so actually 450,000, that's good. So now what we're gonna do is I hit the wrong button. That was X for some reason. It's plus, right? How could I forget plus? No reason to share between party members, or no reason to have everyone have their own equipment at this point. There we go. Well, Barrick is actually a pretty strong looking character, so if my strategy wasn't blow everything up with magic, he would probably be a good physical attacker. And maybe later on that'll change. Sure, I'll give you that. At least I can give you a buckler. Come on now. Cool. Alright, and that actually will conclude a little over an hour's worth of grinding, I think. You know, with our little trip around the world. So we're a little short of the bow, but next time around I'll probably have the bow in hand and another 30,000 or 40,000 in the hole, or in the pot. Maybe I'll grind a little more, just get a little more. We'll see. But for now, friends, thank you so very much for watching. Until next time, you all take care. I look forward to seeing you once again on the next adventure.